Hello, APUS history. We're here in the last week, and overall, I hope this week, as far as APUS history is concerned, I hope that this is a week in which, when you think of this class and you think of all of the work you put in this year, that this week you're able to breathe and just feel kind of relieved over everything that you've done this year. I'm so proud of all of the work you've put in, all the time you've put in. You think back to first semester, right? All the time you put into your Cornell notes, through the textbook, all of the time you put into your student presentations, through learning about hippoing a primary source for the first time, to then this semester where we were doing online-based discussions all semester long. We just didn't realize it was going to become the primary way in which we were going to learn together and interact together for fourth quarter. Some of you took your AP exam last week after, again, hours and hours and hours of time and studying and work over the course of this whole year. And so to all of you as a whole class, well done on a great year. It's been wonderful working with all of you. It's been wonderful getting to see you all learn and grow. And I know some of you, of course, didn't necessarily appreciate all the learning and growing in the middle of it. But here you are now on the other side. You survived, you made it, you're fully through a year of advanced placement United States history. So with that, this week, there's not much I'll ask of you. One of the things is watching this video. And then the second thing is, if you're wanting to, I'd love for you just to type up a reflection on the course. Reflect on what you've learned, how you've grown, and I would appreciate getting to kind of read through those if you put those together. So in these next few minutes, I just want to kind of speak to you directly, from me to you, as here's kind of what I hope this class was for you, and what I hope you kind of would get out of it, and just kind of what I would hope would stick with you moving forward, based off of what this class is all about. So for starters, I would say probably the most logical starting point in this just final talk from me to you for APUS history. Best place to probably start is this class was hard. This class was a lot of work. And I really want to just encourage you, for life in general, that being able to work hard when you need to is a skill that is valuable for almost anything in which you are going to go towards in your life. Whether it's your career, whether it's family, whether it's friendships. When you need to work hard, knowing that you can, and being able to kind of flip that switch to do it, that is a valuable life lesson. And I hope that that's something that you kind of leave this class with, knowing that you can flip the switch to be able to work hard when you need to. Secondly, United States history in general. Now, you all know from this class, more than any of your peers really, that there's some aspects of United States history that are complicated and complex. There's times in which there was a whole lot going on, and it's difficult to really try to make sense of all of the things going on, sometimes all at the same time. You all could really sum up the story of America in your own words. You could make yourself your own. If I said just analyze the overall story of America, and I said write an essay about it, you all could craft a wonderful thesis with a good line of reasoning, and you'd be able to use some sources and to back up your claim. As we're at the end of the year, I'm going to just make some suggestions for you when it comes to the lens in which you can view United States history, as well as how you can view your place in all of it. Throughout United States history, in all of the development and the expansion and the different revolutions, from the actual American Revolution to like industrial revolutions, and one thing about US history that really stands out to me every year in which I get to do this class and do this course is, in each era that we've learned about and studied about, there was a good pocket of people that probably looked out at their time, what was their present, and said, wow, we're doing pretty well. Things are good. Sure, some things could be better, but overall, things are pretty good. And the people that would have made those claims are the people that, of course, are in a comfortable status. And yet, as we look back on it today, we look back on different eras, and we were one of the driving parts of this class and the content and the curriculum is we go through each era and we're able to kind of directly point out ways in which there was either oppression or inequality or mistreatment, or a lot more people that really weren't in that comfortable of a status. And when we look back, it's easy to point out and say, these people were mistreated or these people were oppressed. That a lot of people of that time period would not necessarily have felt the same way. Something that we have is a bias of the present, a bias of recency, in which we look at our own time in which we live, assuming it's the best time that's ever existed. And there's certainly evidence we can look to say it. I mean, think of how easy having something like this makes life, right? The way in which I can access information immediately, I can contact people immediately. And there's ways in which then I have connection to people and information that's never really been possible in human history. And so, yes, absolutely. Like, this is a pretty good time to live in a lot of ways. But what I would encourage you, as far as just kind of how to look at the world, how to look at then this nation moving forward, is just as we studied eras in which there was mistreatment, inequality, and oppression, and plenty of people were either okay with it or just not really aware of it, understand that might be the case today too. So just as you all have taken on the skills and tasks of what it means to be a social scientist, to be a historian, to look back and gather evidence to then make claims about the time period so that we can understand it more, be willing to do that today too. Look out into the world around you, gather evidence, learn, be active in your community, and see where there's needs, see where there might be inequality, see where there might be people who aren't necessarily being given an ability to kind of speak up on their own behalf. Gather that evidence and then make claims, make suggestions, and be active. Be a part of the driving force that continues to help our nation grow, the story of US history go on, and the story of a nation that has then continued to have steps and growth towards equality and access to be able to actually fully participate in society. Be a part of the growth and progression of that storyline of United States history. I've really enjoyed you as a group. It's been wonderful working with you as a class. I've said to a few of you, but you have been one of the most kind of conversationally active classes I've ever had for APUSH history. You guys have been great to just talk through things with. And so keep doing that. Keep talking through stuff. Keep wanting to dig deeper. Keep asking questions. Keep having conversations. You are a wonderful group. You've worked so hard. Congratulations and well done on your hard work. And blessings to you as we end a year of AP US history. Thank you, and God bless you guys.